Greetings and salutations, YouTubers. This is ZillaFan85. I'm back today with my latest video. Today is going to be the first of a Let's Play series that I decided to do for the original Digimon World for the PS1. This is one of my all-time favorite games for sure. Definitely somewhere in the top 15, I would say, of all-time favorite video games. I'm a huge Digimon fan, especially the old-school classic Digimon. Loved Adventure 01, and 02. 02 is pretty good as well. You know, definitely really just a big-time fan. I'm also was a fan because I was a kid when they had the original Digimon virtual pets, the V-Pets, and I have a bunch of those and still have them and still play with them, you know, from time to time. So when Digimon World came out, it was kind of modeled a bit after the original Digimon V-Pets. So you know, really clicked with me then, and you know, part of the reason why I'm such a big fan of it. So I have this set up here. I did get this Hyperkin HDMI adapter for the PS1 and PS2, so I've got my PS2 currently hooked up here. It'll be probably the easiest way to go about this. And so we're going to get things started. I'm going to start the playthrough here. I'm going to insert the game here in just a moment, just doing a little bit of an introduction for you guys. Not sure how long these episodes are going to be. It's probably going to vary, I would say, and how many episodes it's going to take me before I get through the entire game, but I do plan to finish the game. So we'll see how it goes. Let's see here. So just kind of some other things I want to go over before I put it in. I think that's about it. This first episode, though, I do need you guys to bear with me because there is going to be a lot of exposition, especially so within the game itself. So just kind of letting you guys know that. Obviously, if you've seen or played Digimon World before, then you know, this is all familiar territory with you. So, but, you know, let's go ahead. I think we should go ahead and get the game started, and I'll just kind of go over some things as we're going along of how I personally like to play this game when I'm going through it. And I've played it through numerous times, so this is not really, or not at all new territory for me. This is all familiar ground. But I do like it. I've seen a lot of people that have done Let's Plays of this tend to have the emulated version of this. I actually, as you guys saw, have the physical copy, so definitely looking forward to it. Gotta love that old school PlayStation logo. And just so you guys can see it, I will let these cutscenes play. So. By the way, any of you who are familiar with the English dub of the Digimon Adventure, you'll recognize that was the voice of Izzy. And he was voicing both of those not the girl character, but those two boys, including our main character here. I love that opening cutscene. That's so awesome. And by the way, Metal Greymon is my personal favorite ultimate level Digimon, so you know he's one I'm going to strive to get. Alright, we're going to go ahead and kick it off. And let's do a new game. Slot 1. And I'm using a different memory card than I have for my other saved games, so we've got a completely free slate here. So let's go ahead and grab slot 1. There's Digimon. I'll read it to you guys. I'm probably not going to do too many like voices just because there's a lot of characters in the game, so it'll be a little much to keep track of, but I'll read the text as we go. So, I'm Digimon. Tell me about yourself. Do you have a Digivice? And I like to choose yes. Depending which way you go, you get a different set of questions. So, I see. Next question. Which do you like better, day or night? And then depending on how you answer this, it gives you what will depend on which Digimon that you end up with. So choose day. Sorry about that, folks. I had to take a quick pause. So we answer the questions yes. So Digimon says, alright. What's your name? Now I'm going to go with, because I know in Digimon World Next Order, they actually get this, your main character in this actually appears in there and they finally reveal his name. So I like to go with that, and that is Mamio. Mamio, right? Yes. What's your Digimon's name? And, of course, me being a huge Godzilla fan, if you guys follow my channel, I want to go with Gojira. Gojira, right? Yes. Good name. That's all the questions I have. See you later. See ya. And here's another cutscene. And that is Mamio. Something about pudding in the refrigerator, I think. Makes me want to sing that song from Adventure 02. I'm going digital. He arrived. It worked. I love the File City song, by the way. It's just so iconic and memorable. A human, just like you said, Gigi. Shh, he's getting up. Huh? Where am I? Welcome to Digimon World. What? Yikes. What's the matter? Who are you guys? These are Digimon. What? Huh? I thought you knew about Digimon. I did too, since he's got a Digivice, but whatever. I got it. This is a dream. It's not a dream. Hey, wait. You're a Tokomon. This is a realistic dream. Mamio, this isn't a dream, but it's not real either. What are you talking about? Who are you? I am Digimon. I don't know of any Digimon by that name. There are more Digimon than you know of in this Digimon world. Or this is Digimon World, I'm sorry. Digimon World? This world is not a dream, nor is it real. It's our world. Gee, it looks too real to be a dream. Look behind you. You'll see what I mean. What? Is this Gojira? And by the way, just to intervene before we continue on, so because I answered that pathway that I answered by answering yes to the Digivice and then answering day is what nabbed me an Agumon. If I'd answered yes and then no, or yes and then night, you would have gotten a Gabumon. So just to kind of let you guys know, those are your first two starter Digimon that you can get, again, depending on how you answer those questions that Digimon initially asked when we were starting up the game. So I personally am an Agumon stan, so I admit it firsthand. No qualms about it, so always want to go ahead and grab Agumon. Alright, let's continue. I remember now, I got sucked into that Digimon keychain. That's right. Why am I here? Come to my house, I'll explain. I invited you here to save us. Save you from what? We are in File City. It's the center of File Island, so yes, for any fans who haven't played this game, it does take place on File Island. A city? Here? Well, it was a city. There used to be all kinds of Digimon who lived here. Digimon started to lose heart and moved out of the city. What do you mean? I'm not sure what caused it. Digimon started losing their speaking skills. Some of them still talk, but they all forgot that they lived here. That's what you meant by losing heart. It's dangerous if we do nothing. But why me? You are good at raising Digimon, right? I'm good at it, alright. Don't you realize that you're speaking Digimon? Huh? No way. I'm speaking plain old English, and I'm assuming in the Japanese version It's a Japanese, etc., for other languages. So to us, it sounds like Digimon. That's right. In this world, your love for Digimon will give you strength. Thanks. That's why I chose you. You can rally all the Digimon on the island. What? You can count on me. Alright. Thanks. You're our only hope. Where do I start? Take Gojira and explore the island. Find the cause of the danger and get Digimon to come back. Let's go, Gojira. Wait, I haven't finished yet. And with him saying that, this is where we start our playthrough, but I like to go back in the house and finish what we started in here, so I'll actually go right back to Digimon and finish up what he needs to say first, and then you see the other Digimon around, we'll speak to them. I'm back and I'm planning to rebuild File City with help from Gojira. I want to build shops that are useful to you and Gojira. You should explore native forests just outside of the city. I think that's what he says, yep. So, we'll actually head to the back first because there's Poyomon hanging out in the back. Poyomon. My name is Poyomon. Gigi told me that Gojira would be digivolving. It takes 6 hours from baby to end training Digimon. And it only takes 1 day to go to Rookie Digimon stage. The next stage of Champion takes about 3 days. How long to next stage? I forgot, but it takes longer. Weight, parameters, and care mistakes affect Digivolution. I'm not sure on details, so I'll ask Gigi next time. And this is actually pretty useful information because that does all play a factor. So I'll tell you about a Digimon's life. When Digimon gets hungry, he'll tell you. He also needs to go potty. Make sure he does it in the toilet. Digimon get sleepy and need to sleep, but you have to make him sleep. Don't try to keep him up for too long. He may get tired, sick, or just get upset. He's kind of delicate. Since Digimon are wild creatures, you should praise or scold them. Whatever you do, pay attention to what your Digimon is doing. Again, all good, useful information, especially when you're starting out. Now, this is definitely useful here. You can have this. Good luck. I got lots of items. To look up items, press the triangle. And then select item and look by pressing X. And this is a good time. We'll go ahead and hit the triangle. And it brings up this menu screen here. So you've got various options. Now this is the item option, and this is everything that Tokomon just gave us. So it's a good little, it's like a starter pack basically. So you've got recovery items here, you've got bandage if you need, medicine, you know, for getting injured, sick. There's the restore, which if you get knocked out during the battle, your Digimon anyway, because he's the one that does all the fighting, and you just give instructions. You can restore them if they lose all their HP and get knocked out, put into a coma as it's called in the game. So good to know. And then meat, because they do get hungry and they need to eat. So pay attention. You got to pay attention to the bubbles that appear above their head, because that's when they're telling you what their needs are. So we're gonna actually do a little bit of a sort here. So I'm gonna hit X and we're gonna sort. And then hit basic, because I like to go food first, then recovery, and then other stuff after that. You guys can choose your own adventure though, how you like to sort it. So other things you've got this Digimon parameters here, so you can see who your current Digimon is. So we've got Agumon, obviously I named him Gojira. And for me too, personally, I would rather the name just be what the Digimon is, but you know, it's just the game in a name them. So anyway, so you see his age, his weight, His special, as far as like what his abilities are, what he specializes in, he's fire and fighting techniques. And his type, he's a vaccine type, and that's what that symbol is. And he's active during the day. So there you can see his life. He's got all 3 hearts, so full on you get essentially 3 lives per each Digimon that you have. You want to try at all costs, though, not to lose any. So that's what happens if you lose a battle and they lose a life, essentially. And I think there's other ways that they can lose as well. I try to avoid all that. I try to avoid care mistakes as best as I possibly can. We'll go into that more as we go along. Then you got happiness and discipline. Definitely want to see those. The pink is not good. You want them to come down. You want them to be more happier, and you want them to be more disciplined. And then that VIR, that's when they go to the bathroom on the ground, because again, you do have to take them and go potty. So don't want that meter filling up either. That's not a good thing. And then there's their parameters: HP, MP, offense, defense, speed, and brains. And those can all be trained. The training gym called Green Gym that you mainly use is right outside of the city, like the next screen over when you're in Final City. So again, we'll get to see all that. And then here's techniques. Again, this is what he's specialized. So his tech set, right now he's got Spitfire. It's the only thing he's got unlocked. That's your starter pack. Gabumon only has a Sonic Jab, which is a fighting technique, and that one, as most people have denoted, is a worse technique. It's weaker and it's only short range. At least Spitfire, as you guys can see on the screen, is long range. So good stuff to know. And then his final, because you'll notice there's a finish meter that fills up during battles with other Digimon. And once it fills up, you can hit the square button to unleash your finishing attack, and then you can toggle your left and right buttons on the top here of your controller to fill up the meter that shows when you're charging, the charge meter, when you're actually ready to unleash your finishing move. So again, we'll see all that during battle, but I'm just kind of giving you guys a quick little rundown here. So again, that and that, so you guys can always check. And of course, again, when you go to that screen on the tech is when you can add moves as you unlock them. And the player, this just shows him, my character Mamio. Right now, tamer level, which is what that is, 0 amateur. That'll hopefully get raised as you go, especially with raising certain Digimon, doing certain things, etc., etc. So raised 1 because we're on our first one. Bits, which is the money currency in this game. Currently I have nothing, so we got to change that because we're going to need it. And there's some ways that you can really build up your bits well. So again, we'll cross all those bridges when we get there. Time, that's your time played. Your items, those are special items that you pick up, and then medals, because you can achieve medals in the game. Those I'm not the best at getting because some of the requirements for those are pretty tough, but there's a few that I can get though. Chart, this is a Digimon chart that shows the various stages and various Digimon that you've raised. It goes per level. So the baby, which I always call the freshly hatched stage, right here. Then you've got the in training stage here. Then this is the rookie stage here. Then you've got the champion stage. As you can see, that's got the most available Digimon. And then, of course, above the champion is the ultimate level stage. So this game essentially, it was released in 1999, so essentially before Mega Level became a thing. So you can really only go up to ultimate. Although the funny thing is there are actually a few Mega Level Digimon in the game. So I guess it was kind of around the time when it was starting to become a thing. But anyway, so that's just kind of a quick rundown. Then, as you guys can see, we've got Agumon right there. So, then metal, like I said, these are the various metals. And then cards, because there are Digimon cards that you can collect during the game. They do have purpose for sure as well, aside from just collecting them. But again, stuff we'll all see as we go. So, back there. And back to this screen. Now, praise. Now, this is when you want to raise happiness. I always recommend never use this thing because it really does not do any good. It lowers discipline and can lead to issues, so I avoid praise at all costs. So basically it's there, but it's useless. Scold, now this one will be needed because there's certain times when you need to give your Digimon certain items, and they don't want to take them, so you have to scold them in order to get them to take them, and that'll raise their discipline without affecting their happiness when you do that correctly. So just something to keep in mind, but definitely important. And then of course sleep, which it would be highlighted, it would be lit up, I should say, if he was ready to sleep, and you'd see the sleep bubble above his head. So, and another good thing, a good little trick to keep in mind as well, when they need stuff as well, I always like to pull up the bubbles. Here you can actually see them on the screen where your Digimon character image is showing. It'll show any bubbles that show up. So normally when they're ready to sleep is when I like to pull up this, just in case they need anything else before I let them go to sleep. So again, just kind of, tips of the trade, I guess you guys can say. But anyways, so that's a sleep thing when they need to sleep. So again, just kind of running through some stuff for you guys. Alright, and last in here, we'll talk to Punimon. I'm Punimon. Why don't you rest here for a while? 1 hour rest recovers HP, MP, and lowers tiredness. So again, this is something that will be essential in the game. Right now we don't need it, so I'm going to hit don't rest. But when you train your Digimon, every so often you're going to need to rest them. You want to do that before the tiredness bubble shows up, because that's almost like a care mistake right there. So what I like to do, this is again just a tip of the trade here. I like to when we do the training, I like to train about 5 to 6 different trainings, and then rest the Digimon. This way you avoid the tiredness bubble coming up and having any issues with that. So again, just tricks of the trade, just trying to give you guys the rundown here again, between myself blabbing on and then all the exposition in the game. This is an exposition heavy episode, so I do apologize for that, folks. But here we're outside of Digimon's house now. You guys can see this is an item bank that we will need to open, and we will coming up shortly. Let's speak to Yoramon here. Okay, I'll explain to you the surroundings of this city. Native forest surrounds the city. The Digimon around there are not very strong. There's a training camp on the west side. I think you will go there often, and yes we will. That's the Green Gym. Tropical Jungle is over the east side across the river. I don't know what's past that. There's a mountain and lake on the west side, and it's a dead end. If you keep going south, there's an ocean. And there's a high mountain in the north. It's also a dead end. Since the city is the center of the island, there must be vast areas in the north. I'll check out the rumors about the outside area. Come back and find out more. And I think once you get to, because when you recruit Digimon, there's certain recruitable Digimon, you get the major battle theme music, which I freaking love that theme. When you beat them, you can recruit them to the city, and your prosperity points will be raised. Obviously, 100 prosperity points, 100% is what you're aiming for. But in the case here, what we're looking at is when we get to, I believe, 5 prosperity points or more, your Amon will actually have more information to tell us at that point. So again, just keeping that in mind for you guys. Alright, as you can see here, that's the toilet, so when he needs to go to the bathroom, that's where you'll take him. Now, as you can see, he's hungry, so we are going to feed him. That's what that bubble is, so here we go. Some meat. And he's good to go. And speaking of meat, we're going to head up here first, because I want to visit Tanamon. Would you like some meat? Yes, I would. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot to explain. This is a meat farm. We grow meat for everyone. You grow meat on a farm? Yes, what's wrong? Nothing. It's alright. Please continue. I always love that little interaction. Gigi and I decided to give you 3 pieces of meat a day, Mamio. So here's today's meat. I got 3 pieces of meat. So keep that in mind because, again, that's very important. That's why I jumped at the opportunity when he said, "Do you want meat?" Yep. I don't mean that in a weird way. I mean it because we need it for our Digimon. And we're going to have to find out as we explore as well. There's other food items like the Digi mushrooms, which, again, essentially serve the same purpose as meat. So here's the green gym. We're going to do just a couple training sessions and then we're going to proceed out of the city. So that we can have our first encounter. But let's talk to Koromon just for a little rundown. Hey, I'm Koromon. Gigi told me to tell you about training. Want to ask me something? And we'll just ask, what's training? If you train here, you can boost your Digimon's abilities. Training makes you tired, but you'll get more out of it than actual battle. Also, though very rare, you can master new techniques. I'll tell you more about techniques next time. So, again, just good basic information here. We're gonna do 1 HP, 1 MP. This is the HP here. So boulder moving, and so you have. We'll just go to begin. Now you have normal or bonus try. Bonus try, you have to line up like a slot machine. It's extremely difficult to do, as everybody else that I've seen has denoted. And if you don't line it up, you get like half the amount that you normally would of the increase for a training session. If you get it right, I think it's like twice the amount, but not even going to worry about that. Just stick to normal. That's my suggestion. And then you can quickly end it by hitting the triangle button and hit the X just to quickly grab the extra stats that you picked up. So just make it quicker instead of having to have everything play out. So here's the MP training. This is the waterfall. Of course, MP boost, that's your MP, so your ability to perform attacks. And just to show you guys real quick, this is the classroom training. This is for the brains. Here's this for the speed. And we're going to take him to the bathroom in a moment. This is for defense, boxing glove, and then hitting the tree is for offense. As you can see, he's got to go to the bathroom, so we're going to take him right now. Bring him up and he'll go to the toilet. Kind of gross, but you got to do what you got to do, right? And this again is very similar to the Digimon V-Pet, and you got to feed them, train them, take them, clean up after them when they go to the bathroom. So let's just talk to Sunamon real quick. Say, did you know there's a broken bridge in the east part of the city? We didn't think anyone would ever use it, so we didn't do anything about it. We're thinking about fixing it on our own. Till then, go check out the west and south sections, then come back and see me. Alright, so here's just the bare bones File City, sort of downtown area, if you will. We'll have to beat it up, or we'll have to spiff it up, I should say, by recruiting Digimon. And we're going to go for our first recruitable one right now. There's Agumon, the recruitable Agumon. So you can sort of evade him, but he will catch up to you, though. So let's just rock and roll here. Wow. What? Now? Okay, let's fight. And that's the major boss thing. So, our Agumon only has Spitfire, Now if you hit select, you can actually bring up your enemy's HP, which will stay up for the duration of the battle. So again, another good trick of the trade. So all we've got right now, because the brains aren't up enough, you just got your call and run, but we can't even run because this is a major battle. A lot of defense going on here. There we go. Hopefully I won't have to use any recovery items because I'm going to need them for the next recruitable Digimon that we'll face. So there's that finish meter. It's filled up. So we can push the square and then we can boost it by hitting the L and R, but I need an opening. So try it now. Yep, so let's do it. Build it up. I usually struggle to get it all the way up, building up all that meter, but do as best as I can. And get 100 bits out of that. Unfortunately, no abilities, no items, because sometimes enemies will drop items. I lost. Rats. I should invite him to the city. Excuse me. Could you come to the city? What? City? You mean that old place? Well, well, okay. I'm Agumon. Nice meeting you. He's a friendly fellow. I love Agumon. Agumon joins the city. Alright. Pays to try. I'll keep on asking. And he's hungry again, so we're going to go ahead and feed him some more meat. When he does that, you know, they all do their own little animation, but that lets you know that they're full. So. Alright, I'm looking for Digi mushrooms as we're exploring. As Professor from a horror movie I love, Howling 5, would always say, having a bit of an explore. Here's the Digi mushroom, so we can use that just like we would use the meat to feed them. So you guys can see, and I'm going to go ahead and I'll just sort it again. Basic. Perfect. Alright, so I'm going to head down here and we'll look for our next recruitable Digimon. So Agumon opens up that item bank I was telling you guys about, which you can store extra items there, as many as you need to, so that's a great thing to have. But now a very important Digimon to try and recruit. So this way here. Just want to check, get that Digi-Shroom. Gotta get them shrooms, right? It's just messy. Alright, but over here is Palmon. And she is very, very important, especially in the early goings here. A flower. I'm a flower. I said I'm a flower, aren't you listening? We heard you. Probably use I think. Use an empty flop as well. She does have a couple, yep, like that. It's a pretty strong attack. So. Try to usher out the commands just to try to keep him on his toes, although I don't really know how much it really does help. But we got extra stats there. And we got some 1,000 bits, which is great, because we're going to need them now. And now Palmon dropped an item here, and this is a special item, Brain Chip, which will increase brains by 50. I hate fighting. In that case, come to the city. It's peaceful there. The city? Sounds like fun. I'm Palmon. You'll find me useful. Palmon joins the city. Bada bing. Picking up the brain chip. As you guys can see here, so this will boost brains by 50. And it's a plus 50 boost for when you get that for like brains. Then you got the one for speed, one for defense, one for offense. And then the ones that have for the chips that have for HP and MP boost by 500. Just because they're, the way that those stats are calculated are on a different sort of meter. So, as you guys sort of saw when I was going over the sort of initial basics here. Some people will sell these chips because they're worth a lot of bits, nearly 5,000, 4,900, 999. I don't like to do that though, just because they come in handy later. So I'm going to put that in the bank once we get around to it. But for now, let's keep on going here, folks. So it's afternoon. Now we should be able to go down to Coella Point, which is where I want to go next. Oh, no, we got to head back up the other way here. Kunamon's bed. We're not going to take on Kunamon right now. Yeah, he's a little too powerful. Plus, I need more recovery items, so. At least another day before I can manage to do that. But we are going to go see our buddy over here. He should be here now. And that would be Coellamon. And there he is. Hey, are you human? I am Coellamon, the fish Digimon. Did you come to see me? Yes, we looked all over. Haha, is that so? The bridge upstream is broken and you want to go across, right? Yep, I see. Fine, I'll help you. Now, walk on our heads. Don't worry. Okay, here we go. Doesn't really seem like he's walking on their heads, but we'll take it. This world needs more teamwork. Let's meet again. And we definitely will, because we're going to recruit him. Probably not today, probably the next day, but where I want to go, though, is over this way here. We're in Tropical Jungle right now. Another cool theme. Medium recovery there, perfect. Do our best to evade this enemy. Those are regular enemy Digimon. Don't really want to fight anybody right now. We're going to head up here to Mangrove region because we have another recruitable Digimon. Happy Mushroom, that's great. Here's Betamon. Run. Run, run. Something came back to life. I used to live in the city. You smell like the city. Wow. Scary. I left the city and lost my memory. But thanks to you, I remember everything now. I'm going back to the city, okay? Of course. I'm sure the city is now more lively than before. Really? Alright. I'll try my best. Betamon joins the city. Bada bing. probably be the last recruitable Digimon for today. Head back to the city now. Betamon and Coelamon are both important because they open an item shop. A bridge. That's the Digimon bridge, and you just need to do that little thing with Coelamon to get this bridge going here. So now the entrance to the city would be there, but we need to defeat Kunimon to get that opened up. So I'm gonna have to head down a long way to get back for right now. But we are gonna head back. Like I said, I'm not taking him on just yet. So. See how he's sleepy, but he's also hungry. You check. Oh, yep, we needed both. Go ahead and feed him. Get the Digi mushroom. Alright. And I'll let him go to sleep. And we're gonna save our progress here. I'll probably do one more day for this first episode, and then we'll stop. Save and go. So we want to get this game saved here. Bada bing. There we go. And we're off to the races. So sometimes Digimushrooms appear down here, so it just depends. Trying to avoid Modoki Betamon. I don't really want to fight anybody right now. We got to do some training, and we're going to need to get some items as well, especially some recovery items, so we can try to take on Kunimon. Mushroom up there. Check down here. Just got to avoid this is dope Kunimon. File City. You notice the differences between the day and nighttime games. So here's Betamon. He's opened up a store. Betamon's hungry. Let's give him a Digi mushroom. So just talk to him for a moment. What do you think of my shop? I'm not good at sales, but there isn't anybody else to do it now. Bring many Digimon here, okay? Alright, we'll come back. Alright, let's see here. Talk to Agumon here in the item bank so we can drop off some stuff. Welcome. My new business is Item Keeper. I keep items for people. I'll keep your items for free as a special service. Appreciate that. Do you have any business at the Item Keeper? Yes. So we're going to go ahead and at least one of those bandages I'm going to send over there. Just had to pause real quick. So we're going to go ahead and put the medicine there. Brain chip for sure. and the happy mushroom. So I'm not going to use that raises happiness. It's a little risky, but I'm not using it for them. I will need it though for a Digimon that comes later as a sort of trading game, if you will. And that is one of our money makers. So good thing I found that happy mushroom. I'm glad about that. Alright, I think that should do it for right now. As you can see, we can only store up to 10 items at this current juncture. There are 2 expansions to this, though, that we'll find later. There's a certain Digimon that we'll run into that'll drop a couple expansions. The first expansion will allow you to store 20 items in hand, I should say. Because the item bank is basically limitless. But anyways, so in hand, you'll be able to store 20, and then the second expansion will allow you to store 30 items in hand. So again, just more stuff to go over with you guys. Now, shop when you need it. And the point of mine, I think, just says the same thing about the Digivolving. So here we go. There's our items for right now. Again, I'm going to sort basic. Perfect. Perfect. Although I realize I'm going to have to do that again here because we're going to go visit Palmon. Hi, Mamio. I expanded my meat farm. I'll give you 3 pieces of giant meat a day. If you want extra, I'll sell it to you for 500 bits each. I'll be in charge of this farm for Tanamon. He's resting somewhere. Yeah, like 10 feet from you. Here's 3 pieces of giant meat for today. I got 3 pieces of giant meat. Okay. And that's better. They're obviously giant meat, so it makes them more full than the regular meat. So that's, as you guys can see, makes Digimon a bit full like the Digimushroom, and then giant meat makes them quite full. But there's an even better one that we'll get a little bit later. Sort by basic. And I think I'll move this guy here. Bing. Alright, good. I'm sleeping. And I'll just talk to Digimon real quick, just because he'll go over the events that have taken place so far. Mamio, you did it. Agumon came here to the city. He started a business over there. Hopefully more Digimon will be like him. Palmon came here and plans to expand the meat field. Then we can get lots of meat. Yep. Betamon came here and said he'd like to start a shop. The city will flourish. Prosperity rate of the current city is 3. It's far from how it used to look. So it's 3 yet. We got 3 Digimon recruited. Now the thing is, rookie level Digimon, which is all that we've recruited so far, add 1 prosperity point each. Most champion minus a couple add 2 prosperity points each. And then ultimate level Digimon add 3 prosperity points. So what we need to do is we need to get some training going here. Try to not get defense or brains up too high, because I'm trying to avoid getting either Tyrannomon or Centauromon, but we'll see what happens. You're going to be training a lot, so that's one thing to keep in mind with this game. From a Adventure. I'm going to try to avoid using the giant meat right now because we'll need it for our champion level Digimon and whatnot because they require more food. So. Speed training. Defense. Double check on him. So far, so good. Offense. Song race, we're going to defeat him. And we're going to rest. I did 6 training sessions, so I'd rather not push it beyond that. So, rest here. I think we're going to try our hand at Kunimon, but I need more recovery items. Buy some. Guess we can buy an MP floppy. It's about as good as we can do. So. Yeah, I'm not going to completely leave myself with nothing, although I'm pretty close. Alright. Evade. He's got to go to the bathroom, so we're going to take him down here with the toilet. Sure he doesn't need anything before we engage Kunimon. I was just looking at his stats. Alright. That is good as we're going to do. I'm actually going to, because it is the afternoon, so I'm actually going to go see Coelomon first. He should be around. We can recruit him, and then I'll come back for Kunimon. Oh, it's you, Mamio. The bridge is fixed. I hear you're making a city. I got a request. I want you to help me just like I helped you. Okay. Making a city means saving the silent. Everyone will be saved. Does that mean you'll come to the city? Yes, I'll go to your city. Goemon joins the city. Bada bing. And you gotta find the sweet spot to be able to talk to him here. There we go. I'm hungry. Give food. That's good. Let's fight. Give him food and he wants to take you on, so. He's more, definitely trickier than Palmon, but not unmanageable. Felt bad for that Jam guy I was watching. He did a great series he's been doing on Digimon World. And remember his first episode, he was just getting cooked by Kunimon. He kept calling him Kuni God. Man, he was getting bodied. Just gotta manage yourself correctly. Comes with the territory though. He was pretty green at the game, so. There we go. Get 1,200 bits, which is pretty good. Under MP chip. Awesome. This isn't good. What should I do? Come to the city and work off what you eat. Okay, I'll do that. I am an insectoid Digimon named Kunimon. Nice meeting you. Kunimon joins the city. Bada bing. Alright, picked up the MP chip and we're going to head back to the city now. That's a pretty successful day, I should say so. And now that Kunimon's been recruited, this pathway is open so you can quickly get back here. I saw some delicious plants, so I decided to eat. I guess it became too breezy in the city. See, the Eastern Bridge is fixed. We worked so hard. Yeah. Alright. Do you have any business at the item keeper? Yes. I think I'll drop off the other bandage and the MP trip. Should be good to go. Got some free space, good to go. Come to this shop when you need it. Awesome. Just talk to Kunimon came here and wants to eat grass. Hope he'll eat the weeds. Quellamon came here and he wants to start a shop. The city will flourish. So because I have Quellamon and Betamon now, the item shop's actually expanded a bit. So you'll have more of a selection. Definitely some very useful items. So I may do one more training just to end the day and pretty much finish up the episode. So he's okay at the moment, so let's knock out one more training because training is essential. We'll be here a lot, believe me. He's hungry and he's tired, but we're going to feed him first because if you don't, it'll count as a mistake. So just to make sure those are the only two. And give him some meat. And all he needs now is sleep, so we're going to let him sleep, and we're going to save. Save and go. Alright folks, I'm just going to pause it here and I'll shut it off in a moment. I'm just wrapping it up now. This is going to be the end of episode 1. Sorry everything was so exposition heavy and that I was hopefully not chewing your guys' ears off with all the stuff I was laying out there, but just a lot of stuff to go over with this game. Again, I really love it. I love playing through it whenever I can. So, looking forward to the rest of this playthrough. So, the next episode, obviously, we'll have more training, and then I'm going to figure out, we've got a couple options of what I can do next. So, just kind of stay tuned, and we'll go from there. But I would like to thank you guys so much for watching. If you would like to subscribe, please feel free to do so. If you would like to like and or comment on any of my videos, please feel free to do so as well. And just remember, until next time, ladies and gentlemen, you be good to yourselves, and sayonara.